G'day, my name's Sean Howard. I'm the head teacher here at William Campbell College. The kids we see here are the ones who slip through the cracks of mainstream schools. I guess it's fair to say they don't have their needs met, not through anyone's fault, but just through the environment that occurs. With 30 kids in one room and one teacher out the front isn't really very cohesive for learning for kids with special needs or who have gone and experienced trauma. Here every morning we kick off with an engine room, and we feed some chooks out here at the farm, and so for the first half hour these kids are active, trying to get out anything that they might come to school with, whether it's they wake up tired or they've got some emotional baggage, so we try and run that out of them in the first half hour before we kick into a whole bunch of reading and literacy activities in the morning. Here at William Campbell College we aim to provide a therapeutic environment for kids. These kids come to school with a big invisible backpack, and whether it's to do with their emotions for the day, they didn't get sleep last night, they're thinking about their past or the parents that they no longer live with, siblings that they no longer see. So they come to school with a lot of stuff weighing them down. At William Campbell College we acknowledge that. We don't name it or call it a bad thing, and if these kids come in and try and learn and we see that they're having a bad day, we let them go jump on the trampoline or go on and supervise them playing on drums. If they need to go for a walk around the farm, the place we've got here is perfect for that because we've got scope for them to go and reflect, relax and get themselves back together. We have trouble when someone might cut us off on our way to work, and we might start off with a bad day and we can't cope, and we're meant to be well-adjusted adults. And these are kids who have gone through massive trauma over an extended period of time. So I guess the aim of William Campbell College is to provide an environment that is therapeutic, that helps these kids get through their day. With kids that are going to have difficulty with their education, the key is to catch them early. You've got to catch them when they're young. There's a lot of units out there that deal with kids when they're teenagers and they take them in and reintegrate them back into high school. It's too late. The brilliant thing about this place is we take them from kindergarten. If they need to come in at kindergarten, we accept them all the way up through to year 6. One of the most important things with working with these kids is they haven't felt safe for a very long time. So our step one, we don't even go straight to books, maths, literacy. You've got to make them feel safe, and you do that by building up the relationship with them. People ask me why I do what I do, and some days I don't know. I feel like I smash my head against a brick wall sometimes. It's not all peaches and cream working with these kids, but a good day with these kids will knock a good day with your neurotypical, your normal kids out of the water. Having these kids have a good day is something else. It's pretty special. Sometimes it's pretty few and far between too. And guys, we're heading out to the farm. We're going to do a bit of a horse ride. So I want to hear your favourite horse sounds. Not being a horse because you've got horses. No. What do you say to a horse? Get up, girl. Let's hear it. Get up, girl. Get up, girl. If you've got enough energy when we get back, those who want to can have a horse race. There's one rule when we're horsing. You don't run into each other. I remember not long after I started here, walking into the classroom, I saw a little year 1 kid, probably 6 years old, just shredding this book, screaming at one of the teachers here, "Why can't you effing understand that I can't effing read?" And just tore this book to shreds. It was better than a paper shredder. He just annihilated it, went outside, jumped on the roof. It's probably 18 months later that this young fella, he asked me to lay down on the floor so that he could read to me. And that was pretty cool. For about 10 minutes there, he was just sitting there reading this book that was at his level. It was a pretty simple one, but the point was that he was reading this book rather than tearing it apart. And it was just one of those moments that you just go, yeah, I'm doing the right thing. In a couple of years, we've grown from 3 to 6 kids. We've changed premises. We're now out here at the farm, which is fantastic. I think the big thing that we're missing is a purpose-built school. Once we have that, we can probably increase our enrolments from 6 up to 20, help a whole lot more kids out and have a whole lot less stress on our staff who deal with open rooms, which has its pros and cons. But yeah, purpose-built school, I'd say that'd be number 1 for us to move on. Yeah. I'm not going to lie to you, we're not going to save every kid we teach. What William Campbell College is about is giving more kids more of a chance to have a successful life, to try and join society. The beauty of this place is we give them a chance to come back to society. We give them a chance to try and be someone within themselves and then contribute. The way we do things here at William Campbell College gives us more of a chance to help these guys become a functioning adult rather than someone who's going to be either dead, let's be honest, dead or in jail by the time they're at 18. And yeah, that's pretty sad to look at it that way. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of you guys just for coming to this event. It means a lot to us. It can be quite isolating out there with only a couple of staff a day to know that so many people do care and want to see this thing go ahead and work. When on a day-to-day basis, there's 3 or 4 of us and that's it. Sometimes we get caught up in our own little world, so it's awesome to see so many people turn up for this and that so many people do care that this school can have a future. It's really enlightening, it's good. Thank you.
So why do we need this school? Maybe we should ask the children that are here today in 20 years' time to see what it's meant to them and how it's changed their lives. But I can tell you this much from my own experience, how I felt through my lifetime by having a lack of education, and yet I was luckier than most because I had a reasonable education. But I always felt left out. I always felt I couldn't join in a group where I felt they were intellectuals, or a group of people that I felt were well educated, because there was always something lacking within myself. And it was a lack of confidence, it was an insecurity that I was left with. So I have a great and enormous passion for this school, an enormous passion for the needs of these children, that they get the best quality, best opportunities educationally that they can possibly have. And that's why we're here tonight. So that when they grow up, they can aspire to the jobs they want to have. They can aspire to the careers that they're looking forward to. They can feel that they're no different. They can feel that they're no longer dumbed down. They can feel that they no longer have to experience the taunts that they had as a child, that they were dummies, that they just could not mix with their peers. So what do we hope for the future with this school? We need to build a bigger school, not what you've seen today, which is our temporary school, but a school that can take up to 60 or more children, where we can replicate what we're doing here, where we can make this available to hundreds and then thousands of children. So the real success of this school is the diversity of it, the flexibility of it, the reactionary way in which we can act with these children, to understand the mood changes, to understand the trauma that they've suffered in their lives, but most of all, to put in a healing process through education. So what we're saying to you tonight is we need your continuing support. We appreciate the support you've given us in the past, but we need it more so now so that we can build the future for these children. So thank you for what you've done. Thank you for what you're doing tonight. Thank you on behalf of the children we have now and the children we have in the future. Thank you.